What if one word could change everything? Not just your year, but really how you grow, align with your truth, and help you connect at a deeper level. This simple yet powerful practice absolutely has transformed my life, and I'm here to share it with you. Hi, my name is Dawn, and I want to share something with you that is very deeply personal, something that has guided me for years. Instead of setting resolutions that often fade or I felt like a failure when I never followed through with them, I choose one word to guide me through my year. It's not just a word, but it ends up being a compass and a real intention, a connection for me. This practice started during one of the hardest times of my life. It was after my traumatic brain injury, and everything I thought that defined me, my independence, my identities, everything just felt like it had been stripped away. I was scared, I was lost, and I was completely disconnected from myself. It was a really, really dark time. And that year, I chose the word freedom. I chose it originally because it's one of my values, or I thought it was one of my values, since it has evolved and changed as I've gotten to know myself at a deeper level. At the time, I didn't understand really how this would impact my whole life, but it became my anchor. Freedom reminded me to release control, and it helped me focus on what truly mattered to me. Since then, I have chosen words like surrender, which I actually chose for 3 years running. Every year, I really did surrender, but I realized I could surrender a lot more. And it became actually really the point for my whole life, my personal life, where I just keep surrendering every year, even though it's not my word of the year anymore. It still remains one of my hugest, strongest, deepest guiding posts, just to keep letting go. After that, I chose words like humility, which helped kind of soften the ego. And then words such as benevolence, which, as a person that has always been a really strong personality, that had armored up in defending my wounds, my old triggers, benevolence was a difficult one. It really means to be kind in the face of anything. And at the time, a couple years ago, as I was going through this, it would be a life preserver. I actually chose the word twice as my biggest issues I was going through weren't quite done. And I realized I needed to keep going with it. And this year I changed. So this year, my word is alignment, to really mean living in harmony with my truth, making intentional choices, and letting go of what doesn't serve me. Every day, I ask myself, does this choice, this thought, these words, these actions, do they align with who I want to be? And even more so, in that alignment is to make sure that I'm staying in alignment, body, mind, and spirit. Continuously coming back to who am I? Who am I? And then the other question of who do I choose to be? What do I choose to create in this world? And to remember that every single thought that I think, my emotions, my words, my actions impact the life that I'm creating. And so alignment helps me remember what it is that I want to create and who it is that I want to be. And so here's the steps for finding your word. So I want to invite you first to really try this practice because it's not about perfection, obviously. There's many years I've repeated my words to let me get deeper. But it's really about intention and connection. This practice has helped me understand who I am, create a deeper connection with myself, and cultivate intimacy into me see. So here's how we start. The first step is to reflect. You can reflect just on last year. Right now we're at 2024. So you can reflect on that year, 2024, going month by month. Look at what your life looked like. Reflect on it. Take the time to look back. What felt most aligned with who you truly are? What moments drained you or felt out of sync? And where did you feel or do you feel called to grow? Journaling can help you uncover these patterns in areas of your life that really need some attention. For myself, with this alignment, it was about what came up for me. What came up for me in this last year of finding support in that growth. It's funny because even though alignment's my word for this year, I really noticed alignment being needed for last year, where I started writing a new book. I started working with multiple coaches. I went into a way deeper dive in my healing journey, focusing on patterns I hadn't realized were really affecting my life, where I was hiding. I had gone into a social media hiatus. I was worried about being rejected, about stepping forward into my truth, into being a channel of divine power. And then recently, even uncovering a deep, deep embedded belief that I was a disappointment and a fear that I was going to be a disappointment to my kids, to my spouse, to myself, to my mentors, and how much it was holding me back. Alignment, as my word, allows me to keep coming back to the anchor and support of my truth and my work of co-creation within divine or with the divine. So the number 2 is let your word emerge. Your word might be a value such as trust, or which mine was in the beginning, which was freedom. It may be an energy such as ease, or it could be a state of being like mine is with alignment. So I really want to make sure that we're clear on this. Don't force it. It's not what should it be. It's what is it? Really connecting in with ourselves. So sit quietly, journal, meditate, do some contemplation, and your word will come forward naturally. It might be a whisper or a theme that you keep noticing. One place that this can also show up for some people is maybe a word starts to pop out on things. Maybe you hear it over and over again on a TV show or in books or from conversations with people. So let it just arise, let it emerge. And then 3 is to anchor your word in your life. So once it emerges, we want to make it part of our daily life. Write it on sticky notes, create a vision board. A great place that I give a lot of my clients that I'm working with is to put it on your mirror and look at it when you're brushing your teeth in the morning and at night. It's a great opportunity to set the day the way that you choose for it to go. It's also a great way for at nighttime to be able to look at it and reflect just even on that quick little day. Where did it work? And also, I need to be clear here, this isn't a place where we abuse ourselves. If you find, such as myself, I might reflect on a day and go, I was not in alignment with my soul today. I was not in alignment with my purpose. And if that comes up, it's not my job to beat myself up for this. It's for me to be able to have compassion and caring and go, okay, what went wrong? Where was I triggered? Because that's what it's going to be. It's no different than me looking and recognizing where I had these fears of being a disappointment, these fears of rejection, of persecution, and then how those things pulled me out of alignment with myself, which is why alignment came forward as my word for this year. And then we also want to use it as a filter for decisions. So, does this align with my word alignment? Set a daily intention, such as I choose alignment or I choose to live in alignment with myself. And then 4, reflect and recalibrate monthly. So, at the end of each month, revisit your word. How has it shaped your choices? What lessons has it taught you? And how can you embody it more deeply? This step helps you stay connected with your word throughout your year, making it a living, breathing part of your journey. Here's what I would love most about this, or sorry, here's what I love most about this practice. It's not just about achieving something external. So if we set, our resolutions, we're going to eat something, we're going to lose weight, we're going to do all these things, often they're external. This is something internal, because even if it is that you wanted to lose weight, where are you out of alignment with those choices? So the word can be used even deeper stronger than just the resolution itself, but will hold you through in all aspects and areas of your life. So it's about creating a deeper connection with yourself and living intentionally, moment by moment. I want to encourage you to take time with this, reflect on your word as it comes to you, and hold it close. Let it guide you, support you, and align you with your truth. And when you're ready, I'd love to hear your word and what it means to you. This isn't just about personal growth, it's a way to connect with others in meaningful ways as well. It's a phenomenal way, like sharing our values, to create conversation way deeper than the topical BS that is often done. Thank you for letting me share this with you. I see the light in you, and it is absolutely brilliant. If this practice resonates with you, stay with it. Let your word guide you and see how it starts to shape your life. And later, I invite you to share your word with me. Drop it in the comments when you're ready. And if you'd like more support on this journey, I invite you to join my Facebook community, The Awakening Circle. It is private. You'll answer a few questions to get in, but it allows us to have deep conversations without worrying about any sort of backlash from anyone else, especially we're on the journey of practical spiritualism. So we dive way deeper into a lot of these practices and support one another in our growth and in our alignment. Let's make 2025 a year of connection, growth, and intention together. Brightest of blessings, and see you next time.